I'll now be giving you a tutorial on how to add a routed edge to this board that's been cut on a bandsaw with several different curves going in different directions. The first step is you have to keep in mind that since you cut it in so many curves, you're going to be cutting on end grain and long grain at the same time. For example, on the inside of this curve where it's sloping down, you're going to end up cutting some end grain, which you have to be concerned about tear out. On this long grain right here where it's not so curvy, you don't have to worry about it so much. One trick is to apply some water to the edges that are the short grain, where the tear out could occur. What the water does is it just kind of softens the grain a little bit to where it cuts a little smoother. Allow enough time to where it soaks in to where it's effective. The next thing before actually starting your cut is keep in mind which way the bit's spinning. This bit is spinning counterclockwise. Therefore, you're going to move from right to left with your piece of wood. Also, a thing you need to keep in mind is where you're actually going to start cutting with your bit on your piece of wood. It's best not to start right on the edges because it can catch and tear out a piece of wood. I'll be starting midway down the board where this curve begins. I'll be putting a 3/4 of an inch radius, quarter round edge on this board. That's kind of a big curve, so I don't want to make the cut all in one pass. What I'll do is raise it about a half turn at a time by using this adjustment right here. I'll now demonstrate the cut. Be sure to keep the bearing against the surface of your wood firmly the entire time and maintain a good grip on your board. If you've properly routed your board, it should be smooth and free of tear out. Any kind of burn marks that were put on by the bit can be easily sanded out with sandpaper.